We began this course with some memories related to mathematics. I don't know if your memories were good or bad ones, but I'm sure that you wish for your children that their memories will be good ones. And I hope that this course has provided you with some good math memories as a family. In order to create a positive way of learning math, it is important not to be afraid. If your math memories are memories of failure, of punishment, of confusion, then at one stage of your life you may have said to yourself, I'm not good at math. I can't do math. But the truth is that every human's brain is designed to think logically and therefore to do math. So if you are afraid of math or you don't like it, this is not because you are unable to do it. Probably it is because you were not taught in an adequate way. So first of all, dare to do math, beginning with small things, and who knows how far you will get after that. In a former video, we talked about the math trauma. We don't want our children to suffer from this trauma. And if you were affected by it yourself, I hope that this course has helped you to see math in a different way. As a summary, I want to contrast some ways of teaching math which could be harmful with other ways which are more helpful for children. Teaching too advanced topics at too early ages. This is a mistake made by many school curricula and by many ambitious parents, and it is one of the most frequent reasons why children fail at math. Instead, we should teach children according to their individual level of maturity. This means teaching them topics they can understand without major difficulties, with the mental structures they have already developed. Teaching abstract definitions and procedures. This is as if we would make children memorize Chinese sentences without understanding their meaning. Instead, we should let children learn with concrete materials and by their own experience. For example, instead of having them memorize a triangle is a shape bounded by 3 straight line segments, it is much better to give them a triangle and to say, this is a triangle. Making them memorize isolated facts. Many textbooks present a huge number of rules to learn, and all these rules appear disconnected from each other. But we have seen that in mathematics, many topics are interrelated, and there are relatively few principles which govern them all. Therefore, it is better to teach the foundational principles which unite the different topics, and to help the child to apply these principles to the most diverse situations. Another problem in school math is that it requires immediate answers, and exams have tight time limits. If our goal is that children learn to think, then we must give them enough time for thinking. Another point is how we handle the mistakes children make. When we punish them for mistakes, we will only discourage them. The best alternative is using their mistakes as opportunities for learning. It is also harmful to blame children for not understanding something. Not understanding is not guilt. It is not malice. Neither is it laziness. It is a sign that I am requiring the child to do something he is not yet capable of. So I must adapt the requirements to the child's level of understanding and progress from there on step by step. Finally, math is not about following orders and procedures. When we teach that way, we give the impression that math is arbitrary, that it cannot be understood, that it is something other people do to me in order to annoy me. Instead, we wish that the children discover math is something I can do myself. So we want to give children opportunities for discovering math by themselves, for being creative, and for understanding the why of math facts. We want them to understand the laws and principles, and that based on these laws and principles, they become capable of creating their own solutions. Being creative in this sense does not mean admitting every illogical idea against the laws of mathematics. But we can use these laws for creating original procedures, novel solutions, new objects and problems. Like an inventor who knows that he cannot invalidate the laws of nature, but he can create inventions which make use of these natural laws in a new way. So I want to encourage you, dare to do math. Do your own creative, active, investigative mathematics. You can put it in practice with the project of this module, which will be your own creation, your own invention. When you begin doing math by yourself, it may be helpful to remember that it is not an exam. It is allowed to make mistakes. Maybe you have to give yourself explicit permission for making mistakes. It is not an exam. You may take all the time you need. Even after submitting your report, you may continue. The project does not need to end there. And you don't need to do things which are too difficult. It is not an exam. Choose a level of difficulty where you feel comfortable. Just dare to do it.